Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I am so grateful you are here. And if you see behind me, this beautiful structure right here, this is a hotel at Jekyll Island. And we're going to get into that because I have with me Mr. G. Edward Griffin, the author of The Creature from Jekyll Island. Mr. Griffin, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Awesome. It's such a pleasure to be able to have you on this channel. I'm so grateful. I actually got the pleasure, just so everyone knows, of meeting Mr. Griffin back in 2017 when he came to my hometown and did a Red Pill Expo. And that's the first part of this interview. We're going to break this into two parts, is about the Red Pill Expo. You guys know that I'm going to be there in person, so you guys can feel free to come out and meet me. These meetups are great. But Mr. Griffin, I wanted to have you talk about what inspired you to start the Red Pill Expo.
Well, to cut that into a short response, it's a realization, since I've been in this for a long, long time. I first took my first red pill back in 1960. So you can figure that out. And that's been a long time on the road.
A lot of math.
Yeah. But I became aware that probably the number of people that will really wake up to the depth of the problem that was facing our country and our world, for that matter, is relatively small. And if we were going to do anything about it, we can't count on, quote, the masses, whatever that means. But that means a lot of people, the majority of the people, waking up and wanting to delve into it, and they don't have the time. They're busy raising a family, earning a living, and they don't perhaps have the aptitude to do all the reading, heavy reading of books, which is required because by the time it gets on the internet and on TV, it's all been filtered. So we figured that we had to do something to reach out to more people and to take the issues of the day that are so important and simplify them a little bit and popularize them, if you will. So we decided that the red pill was a good meme for that. You know, take the red pill, break out of your illusion and see reality the way it is. And you can apply that to just about all of the major issues today. You don't have to be a scholar and a historian to figure it out, that we're not being told the truth about a lot of things. So that's what prompted us to do the red pill, because it was a way of popularizing some of these very, very serious issues.
You know, and what you've done, quite frankly, and I want to explain to my viewers, is nothing short of amazing, because the first event I went to in 2017, I'd already been, everybody here knows, purchasing silver and gold, learning the difference between God's money and fiat money, and really starting to wake up to, you know, even though I knew about the last two economic cycles beforehand, really understanding that these are really more planned normal events and how to take advantage of them. And when I came to the event in 2017, and then subsequently the one here behind me at Jekyll Island, I met the most amazing human beings on the planet Earth. And I can't downplay that anymore. Wouldn't you agree? The type of people, the caliber of people that come to these events is unlike any other.
Absolutely. Funny you should mention that, because just last night, I put a new session up on the homepage of the Red Pill Expo for this next event coming up in November. And the section included all of the statements made by people in the exit survey from our last event. And that was the issue that came up more than anything else. People would say, I can't believe the high caliber of people I met here. I felt like I was finally at home. I felt like there's hope for the future. I didn't think there was anybody who cared, you know, this sort of thing. So the caliber of the people that come is extraordinarily high.
Yeah, and so just so everybody knows, I'm going to be putting a link to the expo below and in the comments section. So in the description, the comment section, so you guys can take a look at what he's talking about. And he's absolutely correct. It does something, it invigorates you. You don't feel alone anymore, and you're inspired to act, to do something for yourself, your family, and your community. And I actually want to take a step back to the Jekyll Island one, because I had so much fun. It's actually about the week I said, I'm going to go big. I want to start a YouTube channel. And I interviewed Mr. Kiyosaki, Mr. George Gammon, and I just had an amazing time there. And that's where this whole channel started. So let's go back to the Jekyll Island, and we're not going to get too much into economics right now, but you had such an amazing event. And what I've noticed is you guys really go all out for your event. Can you tell me about what you did in Jekyll Island for everybody, and then what you have planned in Lafayette?
Well, it's all pretty much the same. Our objective is to bring together the most brilliant minds and the most qualified people we can find who have taken red pills in their personal lives or their professional lives, and they're shocked by what they discovered, as we all are when we take the red pill. My gosh, I've been following a lie all my life. I didn't know it. And once you do that, you have to share it with others. So we look for the people like that and have really discovered a significant red pill who just want to tell their story and get it out. This is not an economic thing. In fact, our speakers like Mr. Kiyosaki and many of the others are big budget items. If you want to hire them to come to an event, you have to pay big bucks to get them there. These people, all of them come, nobody gets paid at these events. First of all, we can't afford it because we try to keep our ticket prices down, and we got a lot of people coming and we got to pay airfare and everybody. But so it's amazing, these high caliber people are all doing this because they want to share this message.
Man, I am so glad you brought that up, actually, because not a lot of people understand how these events work, how difficult it is to put them on, and how much it costs actually for people to come and speak. And exactly, I completely agree with you. The people that are coming to speak are doing this out of the kindness of the heart, of their hearts. And actually, there's a lot of them that you will not be able to find on the internet because of, let's just say, what they're all about. And you guys can figure out what that means. Now, I want to explain explicitly. So I will not be speaking at this event, but I'm coming because honestly, I need a rejuvenation and an excitement put back inside of me. You know, my family's coming. I have other YouTuber friends coming. And so we're coming to support this effort because like we said before, it's all about, I've said in other videos, it's all about the knowledge we have, but not only what we have as knowledge, how we can share it with others. And so things are going to get really interesting. In closing, before we move on to section 2, Mr. Griffin, is there anything you want to share with anybody about what you're really excited about this red pill as opposed to ones in the past?
Well, I don't know how to distinguish it from others, except that each one seems to get better and bigger, and the passion gets stronger, and the clarity of purpose gets stronger. And I think this is significant because we need clarity of purpose, and we need understanding now more than ever before in our history. Back in the original days when the country was founded, it was a pretty simple issue. The king was there, the king's men were there. They were invading our homes. The taxes were too high. It was just, you didn't have to be a scholar to figure out that, hey, I want to be free of all of this. So, but now it gets more complicated because there are psychological issues. In those intervening years, the tyrants and the would-be tyrants have figured out that the best way to control people is not at the point of bayonets and guns, although that's always in the background, but to convince them that they should voluntarily give up their liberties and their freedom. And to do that, they have to create bugaboos that scare people to death, to say, okay, you got to give up your liberty now, and you got to give up your money. We need more taxes to protect you, you know? So this is the game. It's a whole different game. And so today we need people who are informed and have more than just a desire to be free. They have to understand what's happening to them and why they're being denied that activity. So this is what Red Pill is all about. And this is what makes it different. Each one gets more and more in that direction of people really understanding what the heck is going on in their lives.
Amen. You couldn't say it any better. And if you guys could tell the fire in his eyes right there, that is what this is all about. And they do a great job of giving nuts and bolts solutions to today's problems. So with that, we're going to close this out and we're going to do a second segment so keep an eye out for that. I'm going to put a link to the Red Pill Expo below. Just like I said, I thank you so much, Mr. Griffin, for coming in today and talking about this.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure. I'll be willing to go any place at any time and for any number of people, because this is for us, our family, our country, and really for the whole bloody world.
Amen. And watch out what you say, Mr. Griffin, because the ninja's got a lot of excitement and a lot of coffee to drink. All right, guys, that being said, thank you so much. Keep an eye out for part 2. The Economic Ninja is out.